Hi, I'm N7 Strider, and first things first, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a fantastic New Year. I'm well aware we're like 17 days into the New Year, and it's kind of like a long time to wait between me just saying Happy New Year, but whatever, I'm back. I don't think I've uploaded anything since maybe mid-October, and I do apologise for that. It's really the fact that I didn't have anything to record on. Car going past. You won't believe how many cars. I'm sorry if you're hearing the cars in the background. I am recording this at rush hour, which makes no sense. But yeah, I had an ice cream truck go past earlier, a guy who was very enthusiastic on his horn just as he went by. So I'm sorry if you hear anything in the background. This is like a couple of attempts in because the ice cream truck did decide it was going to park right outside my house. An ice cream truck in the middle of winter, as it's raining outside. Who's buying ice cream? So also I'm sorry if the audio is a little weird for this. I did notice at the beginning when I played back one of my previous videos, it was quite loud at the beginning and then it just went to an acceptable level. So I do hope that that is fine. I think I've got it recording at maximum. Because sometimes when I've uploaded them to YouTube, the audio quality does take a dip, and I've no idea why that is. I could use the headset mic, but I can't really move the mic any further away, and it does make whenever I say my P's and like T's and stuff, it does make a popping like sound over the microphone. So that's why I won't be using that. God damn, there's a lot of cars going past. So this is just a quick video just to say where I'm going with the channel. I did have a couple of videos planned leading up to this one, but I wanted to throw myself in the deep end. They were more just like videos that it will be an easy subject for me to talk about, just to kind of get back into the swing of uploading videos to YouTube, because I am hoping to be doing videos more regularly. That's not to say that I've completely cancelled these videos. I might come back to them, but the first one was New 52, is it good or bad, which was looking at both sides of it, and to be honest it was pretty much a mixed bag. Some of the titles are fantastic and some of them are poor, Teen Titans being one of them. After I've looked into some of the issues, it's not all that brilliant and Scott Liddell doesn't seem to know what he's doing, but considering his work on, I think it was called Generation X, which is fondly remembered by fans, that was pretty good. It was Xavier's school for gifted children actually being a school. Why doesn't, I don't know, I don't know why he's struggling at the moment when his works of the late 80s and early 90s well, I think that was when Generation X came out. I only read a few issues, I didn't read all of it, but what I read I did enjoy. So why was that so enjoyable? But which is dealing with teenagers in a school environment when you've got this team of teenage superheroes. Well, why isn't that working for him? Does he just prefer working for Marvel? Prefer writing for Marvel? If that's the case, I'm sure he can get a job there. I mean, the guy's talented, but he's not fantastic. Looking at the Villains Month Trigon #1, that wasn't wrote by Scott Liddell, but it was really good. I just read it in the comic book store, and that's bad of me, and I shouldn't really have, but I couldn't help it. I just kind of did, and I was just reading through it, and it was fantastic. I want that guy to write the Teen Titans. He got who Trigon was. He was there with it. The second video that I wanted to do was Man of Steel, in comparison to let's get that, Superman Earth 1. After reading this again and watching the film again, there's so much in here that, let me just get to one page in particular. I mean, I'll show you one panel. Okay, there's a hole that's been bored through the ice, which leads to a ship. There's a lot of similarities. If I can just find another in here, Although this is one thing the film doesn't do, which shows you Clark Kent. It's the first time he puts on his disguise, the mask that he's going to have to wear. It's like it talks in here about, you know, Superman is the man he is, you know, Kal-El, and Clark Kent is the disguise, because people will react in fear. You know, it does deal with that. I mean, there's even the military people talk. There's a young female, you know, captain there, and an older, you know, military like general sort of dude. Right? There's just so much that I think echoes the film, like a ship being piloted into the invading aliens ship. It's not Zod, it's some other dude whose name I've forgotten. But yeah, there's just like, even the scene with you know, where Superman in The Man of Steel, he flies up the beam and first is being pushed down by it. Well, that scene is in here, but in a change in here, they actually pull him out. You know, the humans pull him out. They throw a chain to him and they assist Superman, rather than him just overcome it and fly up anyway, which was the scene I didn't really enjoy in The Man of Steel itself. But I did enjoy the film. That's not to say I didn't enjoy it. I did, and I did like it, but I couldn't understand why people didn't. You know, like Krypton blowing up. You know, so you know, but seeing this and reading it again, I was just like, there's so much. I mean, like, that's when he suits up as Superman for the first time. That's how much of the book there is until he actually, you know, becomes Superman. That's how much remains. There's pages, because there's even like some gubbins in the back. But it's not gubbins. It's quite interesting. But I don't have enough time to go into that. But you know, it's really good, but it does echo the Man of Steel film. But now, where people have a problem with the Man of Steel film, obviously they don't with this, because it's the #1 New York Times bestseller. Well, it was at the time of release, anyhow. And praise for Superman Earth 1 on the back. And I was like, you know, a Man of Steel for a new generation. Need to say more. As I say, I might come back to these ideas I had for videos. I might even be able to use video editing for that one, maybe scan the pages in or something similar, because that brings me to my next point. What I'm hoping to do with the channel, after I was talking to one subscriber, yeah, one guy requested this, and I just thought, well, why the hell not, is he said, like, you're fond of Bleach, but I can never find the sort of video that I want on YouTube. I want to see someone who's passionate about it and obviously knows what they're talking about. I mean, I reasonably know what I'm talking about in the grand scheme of things with Bleach, but there's going to be some mistakes I make. You know, talking about it, and you know, you're talking about like the episodes and the story and things I like, things I dislike. And I was thinking, well, I could do about that, but the only way I can do that is with video editing. I have no idea how to edit videos. I know I've been pestering Ability Drain and Alex the Hunted for help, and they have been helping me. A big thank you to them. Yeah, but it's just like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to show this. I can't just talk about it and say, well, you know, like this guy here, Ichigo, he goes and stabs some things. Like, that's not very interesting. I'm going to have to show you as well, which requires the video editing. I'm not going to like just upload the entire episode and me do some like subpar fan commentary over the top. I'm just going to be using clips. So yeah, now if I'm going to be doing this, there were two ways I was thinking about doing it. One is going episode by episode. Now, each episode is about 25 minutes long. Now, if I was to review that, it's not going to be a real review. I'm not a massive anime guy, so it's just going to be like me looking at the episode, what I like about it, what I dislike about it. if I do that, I think my episode's going to be about 10 minutes long, going episode by episode. Just me discussing the episode, what I liked, what I didn't. And if I do that, it's going to be 3 months until I get to the 3rd disc. There's 12 episodes in here. Now, the other way I was thinking about doing it, and that's halfway through series 1. I wouldn't have even finished series 1. Half a year down the line, I'd just be starting series 2. That leaves this series going on for a very long time. But if you want me to do that, that is what I will do. I can't guarantee that I will finish it. Who knows how old I'll be when I finish it. Possibly way too old to be talking about anime. It may be that my son or daughter, who I hope inherits my channel, continues it, but they might not like it and they might not want to talk about it. So I was thinking maybe I go disc by disc. I'm hoping to do 1 per week. Of course I have to learn how to video edit. This will take up my downtime. After I finish work, I'll do a couple of hours work on it then, and possibly all 3 of my days off as well. But that's not a problem. I'm learning something new. This is something I want to do, and I think it's going to be worth it. So I'm thinking maybe going disc by disc, which will probably leave my episodes around about the half an hour mark. If I go disc by disc, that means that after a month and a half, I will have finished season 1, part 2. Parts 1 and 2, and I'll be starting series 2, part 1, where arguably the anime starts for true. Of course, all animes have to introduce the characters, which I actually think Bleach does a pretty good job of, but it introduces in series 2 a whole new raft of characters. I don't want to go into it because, of course, I want to leave this for when I actually start this. I'm sorry, my voice is going again. I won't go get a drink. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe disc by disc is the way to go. But of course I have to learn this. I don't know when I'm going to be starting this series. It could be that I start, let's say at the end of January, as the first episode coming up. But I think more likely it's probably going to be mid-February to late February that the first episode will be up, because I do need to learn how to edit videos. I have no idea. So yeah, I think there's going to be a mix of showing you what's happening in the in the episodes, me talking. I think going disc by disc, they'll leave the episodes being a bit longer than just 10-minute blasts, if you will, of just like, here's another installment, 10-minute blast, you watch it, you're done. I think maybe the 30-minute mark. Post editing, there's probably going to be stuff that I'm going to cut out a hell of a lot, where I'm just rambling. But I'm thinking that the 30-minute mark, is something worth watching, a bit more substantial, and it does mean that I can get to. I think there's just 2 discs in this one actually. Yeah, so after 5 episodes, which is just over a month, I will be starting, the 2nd series. I think I'm thinking like a 30-minute episode would probably be more substantial. Now, a few of you are probably watching thinking, now, Strider, what about games? Are you still going to be covering games? To be honest, without being able to get a next generation console until possibly after summer, I don't think I'm going to be covering games anytime soon. I mean, if you see the white expanse over there, I need to get this place decorated. I don't mean just a lick of paint, I mean furniture. I really need furniture, so I need to get my priorities straight, and I need to cover games when I can afford it again. That doesn't mean I might not do I might do the odd video covering games still. I don't think I'm ever going to leave gaming behind, particularly not on my channel. If a DLC comes out, say Batman Arkham Origins or Grand Theft Auto 5, I'll definitely play it, take a look at it, and I might just give a sort of mini review. But I think right now this is what I want to be covering. some of you might not like anime. It's perfectly fine. It is a required taste, and if some of you guys want to unsubscribe, that's fine. All I can say is thank you very much for your support. It does mean a lot to me, because when I started, I was thinking I wasn't even going to get one view, let alone one subscriber. So the fact that I'm actually being watched, I think like I pretty much get 30 views. I think I get around about 30 views pretty consistently, and depending on the topic I can get up to a few hundred views. Yeah, so I'm just hoping that this is, because it's something that a subscriber and a friend of mine was looking for. The reason why I call him a friend is because I do have him on my Xbox Live friends list and we talk quite a lot. Sometimes he's like up way past his bedtime because of the time difference, like you know, and like I can hear him just falling asleep on the microphone, which is kind of hilarious. Well, it is to me anyhow, because it's suddenly screaming in his ear or just say something random. So like, yeah, if it's something that my friend, you know, who's also my subscriber, is looking for, maybe it's something that other people are looking for. So views have never bothered me, but I think if I can provide something that isn't really out there. I did look myself as well, and I couldn't find the sort of thing he was describing with like just sort of discussion about the Bleach anime, just with someone who's passionate, not the sort of review about it, not a review, but like a look at, here's the good, here's the bad, and you know, like an honest opinion of it. I think like if there's one person who's looking for that, maybe a few more will be. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish. That's what I'm hoping to do. I can't even guarantee that I am going to start this series for definite, because that's a lot of anime to plough through. I don't mind watching it all again. It's a damn good series. I do enjoy it, but it does have its flaws. But I don't know if I can do the video editing, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it seems like when you're holding it like that, it seems like a weighty task. But I'm probably... Is it difficult? I don't know how difficult this can be. I mean, it's going to take a while to learn, and you know, hopefully as I go along with it, you know, I'll pick up tricks and get better. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. It's too bad luck, just one. Fingers crossed that I can do this. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be a journey, and I'm going to learn something new, which is always good. I do enjoy learning new things. And also, just while it's here as well, you're going to probably hear, Fables number 2. I finally got it, finally picked it up as well, and I loved it as well. It's just like, it's a consistently good series. I'm looking forward to the first one. Well, the third one. I read the first, which is kind of like a murder mystery. This feels like a sort of boys' own adventure story, but it's got female leads in it. There is the Fables Fairest series as well, which focuses on the I don't want to say the women of the series. I'm gonna look into that as well. Hopefully, it's pretty good, but it's a solid series. It's pretty good. I mean, the art style might not be to everyone's liking because it is a little dated now. Maybe it's you know, but I loved it personally. I just loved the entire thing, and I just see the art as being very comic booky. It's when I see it towards the end, don't do spoilers, but when I see it, when I think comic book, that's what I see. It's that sort of the sort of style of comic I used to read when I was little. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Fables series. I'm going to be definitely picking up the third one pretty soon, hopefully. So yeah, I'm back. I'm trying something new. It's going to be a series that I don't know how well it's going to be responded to. It may just get a couple of viewers, and then that'll be it. But I do plan to do some gaming, talk about gaming. I do plan to maybe talk about comic books still, which will just be like this, just me talking to the camera, just talking to you guys, and see where we go from there. I plan to actually carry on with Bleach regardless of how many views it gets. As I said, I've never been about the views, I've never been about subscribers, but I plan to carry on with Bleach for as long as it takes me to finish. I think there's something like 320 something episodes. It could take me a couple of years to finish, but that's completely fine. Once I've finished it, if people like it or say, can you cover Naruto or something, oh my god, that will be just like another hugely massive series. But depending on how it's received, if people want to see more of it, even if I only get like maybe 10 views at a time, if people want to see more of it, I will carry on. Or maybe to start off, I might not cover Bleach, but cover maybe Soul Eater or Claymore. Do I have any other animes at the moment? I feel like I do, but I think I've got the first couple of parts of Naruto, but that's another thing. A lot of people argue on how to pronounce Naruto, but I will be watching in the English sub, by the way. I won't be watching it in no, I will be watching it in Japanese, in English dub. Sorry, I know there's a lot of snobbery saying if you're not watching it in Japanese dub, you're not watching it at all, but then you're reading the subtitles and you're not paying attention to the animation if you want to get really snobby about it. So I will be watching in the English dub just so I can enjoy the animation, enjoy the story without reading subtitles. So that's my plans for my channel. It's going to be a massive undertaking. Just let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see this sort of thing? Do you enjoy anime? If you're not interested in anime, so you can say, well, I've never been interested, but I might just watch it just to see where this is going, or I think I'm going to unsubscribe now. That's perfectly fine. Just let me know in the comments. I think I'm asking for comments for the first time. Yeah, just let me know in the comments if you're interested in actually me reviewing Bleach. So I've been a Seven Strider, and I should go.